There you are, sad eyes. Shall I change your oil? Don't answer.
All you know about is quotations. Well, listen, that kind of thinking went out with Bustles. What's the idea of sending a flock of cops after me? Since when is it a criminal offense for a guy in love to elope? Is that so, Mr. Willows? Now you listen to me. I'm going to marry Gloria Winters tonight, and you and 20 like you can't stop me. Well, you haven't even seen her. How can you... What? Well, suppose I have only known her 2 weeks. Is that anything against her? Oh, it can't be love. Well, what do you think it is? That's how much you know about love. She's the sweetest, kindest, purest, most beautiful girl in the world. If you'd only see her. All right, suppose she is a chorus girl. Oh, you found that out too, did you? Well, I didn't give her time to dress. When a guy elopes, he elopes. He doesn't wait for anything. No, she's not a girl like that.
Is he referring to me?
The trouble with you is that you've had that snooping nose of yours buried in Wall Street trends and statistics too long. Now get this. We're getting married tonight, and you can take a flying jump at the moon.
What is all this?
Oh, nothing at all. Come on.
Randy?
Oh, that old graybeard at the other end of the wire was Mark Willows. My father's partner, executive of his will, and my guardian.
What's that got to do with me?
Well, it seems that there's a clause specifically stating that he, Willows, must approve my choice of a wife.
And if he doesn't?
And I'll be disinherited. It's an old-fashioned idea, of course, but there it is. Come on.
Oh. How much would you lose if you told him to go to Gehenna?
Oh, a few million.
Dollars?
Yeah. Well, you boys have done your duty. You're excused now. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Your carriage, madame.
Wait a minute, Randy. We've got to be sensible about this thing. There's too much involved.
The money doesn't bother me, but you do.
Oh, you're a darling, Randy, but let's be practical. A few $1 million is too important to brush off so easily. I'm not thinking of myself. It's you. You've always lived in luxury and always had everything you ever wanted.
I haven't had you. Come on, we have 15 more miles to go.
Well, if you don't get Mr. Willow's approval, you'll lose the money and have to go to work.
Work?
And you've never worked a day in your life. Now, Randy, I'd marry you if you didn't have a penny, but I refuse to cheat you out of everything you've been used to. You do understand, don't you, dear? We must be sensible.
Well, what are we going to do?
We're going back to town, and you're going to see Mr. Willows and have a talk with him.
All right, dear, anything you say.
Here you are, Mr. Bradford.
This is a ticket.
Yes, sir. No taillight.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Come on, Miss Horse. March. White horse. Good one.
Who? Oh, the Evening Express. Well, all I know is what I read in your paper. But, confidentially, Randy Bradford and Mr. Willows are at it hot and heavy right now. Don't quote me. Bradford, Willows, and Wharton. What? No, there's not two of us here. It's just me, Benny. Oh, yeah? Hold on, I'll connect you. Wise guy.
Oh, still waiting, eh?
No.
The Bradford, Willows, and Wharton. No, this is Benny. Miss Hall had her appendix next. That's why I'm on the board. Yeah, real sudden. Oh, she'll be back in about a month. Okay, I'll connect you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you applying for the telephone job?
I beg your pardon. I was here first.
I can see you were, by quite a few years.
Young man, the Acme Employment Agency sent me here to...
You'll have to sit over there.
If you don't mind, I'm looking for...
Excuse me. Stick around. Yes, Mr. Morton? No, this is Benny.
Oh,
Miss Hall got separated from her appendix. About a month, I guess. Yes, sir, I'll call you back.
Randy! How'd you make out?
Oh, great. I got no place. Surely he's not going to run my life for me. Looks like love in the cottage for us.
Down?
Come on, honey.
No, wait. Go on, go on.
It's no use, Gloria. He's impossible. Stone Age ideas about life and the way it should be lived. The after for money machine.
Randy, I got an idea.
Yeah, what?
Look, all that stands between us is Willow's opinion of me, right?
Right.
Well, I'm going in there and make that old gray beard approve of me.
But Gloria,
Ever hear of a letter of recommendation?
you mean one of those to whom it may concern things?
Exactly. I'm going to get one signed by Mr. Willows. That letter will be our marriage license.
It'll be a neat trick if you can get away with it.
Go on, go on. If I'm not out in 10 minutes, don't wait for me. Meet me at my apartment tonight. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Miss Praskins, Mr. Detweiler will see you now. Third door to the right.
Thank you.
Yes? I'll tell him when he comes in, Mr. Wharton.
Hello again.
I thought you ducked.
Is that job still open?
Yeah. Mr. Detweiler's interviewing applicants now.
That is Mr. Willow's office, isn't it?
Yes, but Mr. Detweiler does all the hiring. I'll try and sneak you in ahead of the others. Hey!
The new issue of preferred will carry a conversion privilege, comma, and will be callable at 110, period. Paragraph. In my opinion, comma.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought this was Mr. Willow's office.
I'm Mr. Willows.
I meant Mr. Willows Sr.
I'm the only Willows in this firm.
Are you sure?
Quite sure.
Well, this is a surprise. You're not at all what I expected.
And just what did you expect?
Well, Willows and Wall Street sort of suggest a long gray beard or something.
Young lady, would you mind explaining who you are and what you want?
I came about the telephone job.
Oh, Mr. Detweiler's in charge of personnel.
Oh, please, Mr. Willows. Personnel managers are so unimaginative. They're only interested in references.
Well, naturally, so am I.
You are?
Of course, we never hire anybody without references. We wouldn't think of it.
You wouldn't?
Certainly not.
Oh, dear, now what'll I do? You see, Mr. Willows, I haven't any references. I've never worked in an office before.
You haven't?
No, never.
Well, I'm sorry, but we never hire beginners.
You don't?
Of course not. We wouldn't think of it.
You wouldn't?
Certainly not.
Oh, dear, now what am I going to do?
It seems to me we've used exactly those words before.
Yes, I know we have, but what other words would you use in a situation of this sort? Really, Mr. Willows, I don't see why everybody wants references from everybody. It seems so unfair.
Fair?
Girl has to start somewhere sometime, and if nobody ever gives her a chance, what's she to do?
Other firms may not have the same rules we have. Why don't you try elsewhere?
Yes, I suppose I should, but I had my heart set on working here.
Really? Why?
Well, it's such an impressive-looking place, so substantial and old-fashioned. I like old-fashioned things, don't you, Mr. Willows?
Very much.
Then that gives us something in common, doesn't it?
Well, yes.
Well, at least we have something to start on. Two people who like old-fashioned things.
Young lady, this is all beside the point.
I suppose it is, but to be perfectly honest, what I'm really trying to do is make a favorable impression on you so you'll give me the job without references.
I admire your honesty.
Please, Mr. Willows. I'm sure I'll be quite satisfactory. People have told me I have a soothing telephone voice, and that ought to mean something to a firm like this. Listen. Good morning. Bradford, Willows, and Wharton. Oh, yes. We have some lovely investments today. See?
If Mr. Detweiler sees fit to employ you...
I need this job so badly, Mr. Willows. Not only for myself. You see, I have an invalid sister.
Please. No, this won't get you anywhere. Don't sit there. Do something.
What would you suggest?
Young lady, I won't be intimidated.
Oh, Mr.
But it isn't a permanent job. It's only for a month.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Willows. A month's work would mean so much to me.
But you misunderstand. I didn't say...
Then I can't find my poor sister the wheelchair.
Please, don't cry anymore. All right, you can have the job.
Oh, thank you.
Benny.
Thank you, Mr. Willows.
Yes, sir?
Tell Mr. Detweiler I've hired a girl for the switchboard.
You have?
Yes, that's what I said. A Miss
Catherine Long.
Miss Catherine Long. Report to Benny. He'll show you what to do.
Oh, how can I ever thank
Oh,
you?
never mind that. And while you're here, remember, a door marked private means private.
Yes, sir, Mr. Willows.
Do you think I handled that situation properly?
That remains to be seen, Mr. Willows.
Well, she did need the job. And she does have a nice telephone voice.
Yes, very soothing. And besides, she likes old-fashioned things.
Say, you're all right. How'd you do it, with mirrors?
Uh-huh.
Bradford, Willows, and Wharton. Mr. Presnell, just a moment, please.
Simple, isn't it?
Well, every time you see a light, you just punch it out. Now, these are the jacks. The outside ones are for outside calls, and the inside one are for inside calls. And over here is the inter-office communication system. Mr. Detweiler, Mr. Willows, Mr. Wharton, and if this one lights, don't answer it. It's a ghost.
How do you know which hole to punch?
Oh, nothing to it. Here, I'll show you. Let me take your coat.
Thanks. I think I'll leave it on. It's sort of chilly.
It's funny, I thought it was hot in here.
Guess I'm the cold-blooded type.
Boy, I don't think so. Now, you just plug this in here and say, Bradford, Willows, and Wharton.
Bradford, Willows, and Wharton. Bradford, Willows, and Wharton, good morning.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes, sir. I'll give him your message when he comes in. I did it.
You're doing swell. By tomorrow, you can solo. Well, I got to distribute the mail.
Oh, Benny, don't leave me alone with this thing. Not yet, anyway.
You're right. If you need any help, just yell.
Oh. Oh. Hello? Gloria? Gloria! Oh, honey, I'm so happy for you I could swing off a chandelier. I'm happy for me, too. Oh, just imagine my little roommate married to all that money, 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 money. Why, the jackpot has hit us. It's an 8-horse parlay.
Kitty, listen. I'm at Bradford, Willows, and Wharton on Wall Street.
Wall Street? Oh, clipping coupons already. Working? On your honeymoon? What won't they think of next?
I'm not married. I'll explain later. Right now, I need a dress.
You're in Wall Street without a dress. Oh, Gloria, what have you done?
Stop jumping to conclusions and bring me that dress. Grab a taxi and get here as fast as you can. And oh, my name is Catherine Long.
Oh, honey, you lost more than your dress. You lost your mind. I'm Catherine Long, remember?
I was in a spa.
I want to see Mr. Willows. It is most important. Here's my car.
His office is right over there.
Oh, thank you.
Yours was the first name I could think of. Now, hurry.
Millions. Millions.
The sum of $1,625,048.06, period.
Which is only a drop in the bucket compared with the money that you and I will make together. Mr. Willows, this is the reddest red letter day in your life. May I ask you a question? What's the greatest enemy of mankind today?
Miss Wingate, I think you'd better leave us alone.
And stay where you are. You will see with your own eyes the eighth wonder of the world, the marvel of the ages.
Now, see here.
Don't interrupt.
Better humor him.
Stop whispering. I don't like people who whispers. They don't like it. You know, sometimes when I think what's going to happen to them, I'm sorry for them.
Sorry for whom?
For them, the greatest enemy of mankind. Mice. It's nothing. I'll show you. Patent pending. I'll plug it in. Oh, no, you don't. This is just for the three of us. We make this a close corporation. Between us and the mice, we make millions. It came to me in a flash. Why try to keep the mice out? Make it easy for them. Let them in. Make an entrance. And this, Mr. Willows, this is the entrance. Give me the hand.
You better give it to him, Mr. Willows.
Your hand is the mouse. His eye is the ready-made entrance. Ah, how little does he know. He enters. Hey! Ah, beautiful. Please. Is it a deal?
Why, you mouse-minded maniac. Get out of here.
Mr. Willows, you are making a big mistake. No vision. He can't see any further than his nose. Millions, billions, trillions. People exasperated me. You know what I'm going to do?
No, what?
I'm going to join up with the mice.
Miss Long,
Yes, Mr. Willows?
did you let that man in?
Yes, I let him in.
Well, don't let anyone in without announcing them.
I'm terribly sorry,
Don't let
Mr. Willows.
this happen again.
No, I'll never let it happen again. No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Well,
Well?
will you open the gate?
Oh, no. You have to be announced before you can come in.
I'm Mr. Watkin.
Who do you wish to see? Bradford Willows and what? Oh. You're Mr. Wharton.
Yes.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Wharton. Please come right in.
Thanks.
I'm very sorry. I'm terribly sorry.
You're sorry.
Yes, I am sorry. Who do you want to see? Who do you want to speak to? Mr. Patterson? Yes, he's in just a minute. I'll connect you.
Well, hello.
Hello.
I'm Oglesby.
Are you?
I've seen you before.
Have you?
Certainly. Now, let me see. Oh, it'll lose me for the moment, but it'll come to me. It always does. I never forget a face or a figure.
Wharton. Willows. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, he's in. I'll get them right away. Mr. Wharton, just a minute. I'll ring him. Oh, this is Mr. Wharton. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Wharton. Yes, I'll get it, sir, right away. Just a minute, Mr. Detwell. I'll have to make a call for Mr. Wharton. Hello? Right, 97900? Oh, it's you again, Mr. Wharton. Oh, isn't that funny? But Mr. Wharton. Exhausted.
Down. Evening, Willows. Evening, J.D.
Ouch.
I beg your pardon. Oh, it's you, Miss Long.
Accidents will happen, Mr. Willows.
Yes, indeed.
I did much better this afternoon, Mr. Willows. I only made 2 misconnections and got only 3 wrong numbers.
Excellent. I'm happy to hear it.
I want to thank you again, Mr. Willows,
all right.
for giving an inexperienced girl like me a job. To think I'm a part of Wall Street. Of course, I realize I'm only a little cog in a vast machine and it'll only be for a month, but I think it's very exciting. Don't you, Mr. Willows? Well, don't you?
Yes, yes.
Good night, Mr. Willows.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Oglesby.
Good night,
Benny.
Yeah, good night, Benny.
What do you think?
What'd you say when you took the dress to her?
Thanks. Do you think the fan should be smaller? You know, I'm going to have to wear something.
You should have let her go in there in the first place.
You know, that's a new wrinkle to me. Girl starts out for the altar and winds up at a switchboard.
It's all her idea. She wants to make Willows like her so we can be married.
I thought all you needed for that was a license and a soft head.
Oh, I don't like her working there at all.
You know, when I took her the dress, I asked to see myself, and there she was. Hey, who am I anyway? Chorus girl, telephone operator, or the lady who isn't here?
Oh, it won't work. I sleep days, she sleeps nights. I think we ought to see a lawyer about this.
Well, you look like the stock exchange fell on you. Oh, please don't shout. You'll wake me up.
Listen, honey, letter of recommendation or no letter of recommendation, I don't want you working in that office with Willows.
Yes, Mr. Willows. She's doing it all for you to save your filthy millions. I have a feeling I hear people talking.
Oh, come on, honey, snap out of it. What you need is soft light, soft music.
Soft bed.
There, you see? That's just what I'm driving at. The whole plan's going to gum up our lovely young lives. I say give the whole thing up.
Oh, now take it easy. It's your only chance to get married. Be sensible.
I don't want to be sensible.
Please be sensible and quiet. Use your head. If you two go nightclubbing, what with your positive genius for breaking into print, well, Willows reads the papers, doesn't he?
What am I going to do with myself? I'm a growing boy. I need fun.
Join up with the mice. Say, after that blast on the radio last night, everyone in town's going to be wondering what happened to Gloria's elopement.
Oh, I'll fix that. I'll tell the press a little white lie.
Yeah, well, little and white won't do it. Make it colorful and colossal.
Just leave it to me. Let me see. What's a good, clean, honest lie?
Bradford, Willows, and Wharton.
Going up. Up, please. There, straight.
Thank you. 4, please.
I was just trying to pronounce P-H-H-F-F-T-T.
It's not. Its pronunciation depends entirely on how it's used.
Oh. Interviewed at the Club Caliban last night. Randy Bradford revealed that his scheduled nuptials with chorus lovely Gloria Winters went P-H-H-F-F-T-T.
Used that way, it's 4.
Oh.
4, please.
Oh.
According to Randy Bradford, his guardian, prominent Wall Streeter Mark Willows, refused to underwrite Randy's proposed merger with Gloria Winters, saying, "A chorus girl? No, 1,000 times no."
The both will like that.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Confronted with the prospect of love in a cottage with Randy, Miss Winters left abruptly for the Black Hills of South Dakota to marry a childhood sweetheart, on whose property oil has just been discovered.
Oil is right.
Gee, he sure got beautiful teeth.
Is there a picture?
Is there?
I can't imagine what he sees in her.
I can.
So can I.
The boss.
Good morning, Mr. Willows.
Morning, Mr. Willows.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Willows.
Get me Mr. Randolph Bradford on the telephone.
Yes, Mr. Willows.
Hello, Randy. Randy, I don't mind your making a fool of yourself. I'm used to that.
But misquoting me to the press merely to indulge your sense of humor, that's something else.
That's right what I said.
And furthermore, I'm a little tired of my connection with America's #1 cut-up. If I hadn't promised your father... What are you doing? Well, just bear this in mind. The next time you become enamored of a girl like that...
Leave me out of your interviews with the press.
Why, you old fossil.
Who said that? Hello.
Randy.
I don't like to bore you, Randy, but quaint as it may seem, I do have your best interests at heart.
I love you too, Wallace.
Oh, Titchonia.
No, he isn't, but I'll give him a message when he comes in.
Oh, Titchonia. Now I know where it was I saw you. It was, No, it wasn't either. But don't worry, it'll come to me.
Yes, Mr. Willows?
Tell the barber shop I'll be down in 15 minutes.
Yes, sir. Barbershop.
That, coupled with the fact that this morning's utilities averages broke through the upper resistance levels, indicates, according to the Dow theory, that we're going into a bull market.
Barbershop.
Don't you think so, sir?
It's Mr. Willow, sir.
5 minutes.
We can take him in 5 minutes.
Mr. Willows, the barber said he can take you in 5 minutes.
Miss Long, I don't wish to be taken in 5 minutes. I wish to be taken in 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
If you don't mind, miss.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Watkin. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Bradford, Willows, and Wharton.
Hello, George.
Morning, Mark. How's our new Yaki oil issue?
Up 3/8 in a strong market and going fast. JD subscribed to 20,000 shares last night.
Good. At that rate, we ought to sell the whole issue in 3 days. If something doesn't go wrong.
Stop worrying, George. Nothing can go wrong. Yeah?
Mr. Willows, your tailor's on the phone. He'd like to know whether you want blue or black buttons on your new serge suit.
Might I suggest blue?
Black.
Mr. Willows says he wants blue.
What numbskull hired that new phone girl?
I did.
You? Why?
Well, she has a nice telephone voice.
Oh. Well, if it isn't asking too much, would you please tell that nice telephone voice that I'm also a member of this firm? She doesn't seem to be aware of it.
I'm sorry, George. I'll speak to her.
I ran into Andrews at the club last night. He'll be here in 10 minutes.
Fine. Maybe we can get him in on Yaki oil. Miss Wingate, bring in the graphs on Yaki. Miss Long, cancel my barber's appointment.
Mr. Willows, shall I make a later appointment with your barber?
No! Miss Long, I fully appreciate your efforts to be efficient, but I'm perfectly capable of handling my own affairs.
I wonder.
And in World War I, Bethlehem steel rose from below 50 to over 400 in less than 18 months. You think the same thing might happen again, sir?
Barbershop.
Where's Charlie? Used to be on the next chair.
Charlie? Well, they had to get rid of him. Talk too much.
Mr. Willows can't keep his appointment.
Can't keep his appointment. Hello? Too busy, huh? By the way, what's Mr. Willow's mood this morning?
Mood? What do you mean, mood?
Is he bullish or bearish?
Mr. Willows is definitely bearish. The old crab.
That's a funny one. Willow's bearish.
Mark Willows?
Yeah, why should he be bearish just when he's trying to put over that new issue?
Usually knows what he's doing.
Wonder if it's got anything to do with that election down in Honduras.
Honduras?
Yeah. If that election happened to go the wrong way, Yaki oil stock wouldn't be worth the paper it's written on.
I bet Willows knows within 10 photons coming out.
That's it. The election. That's why Willows is bearish. Don't you think so, sir?
Joe, I've been in Wall Street for 40 years. One thing I've learned is never listen to gossip.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Your change, sir.
Yeah, keep it. Tell Tompkins to come in at once.
Mr. Tompkins, Mr. Sutton wants you in his office at once.
But I spoke to Armstrong in Honduras just half an hour ago, J.D. What did he say? It looks like a landslide for the government candidate. But the votes haven't been tabulated yet, have they? No. And we all know that anything can happen in an election like that one. You're true. Well, have Armstrong phone us the minute the returns are in. 103. Sell 20,000 shares of Yaki oil. But it's just gone up another rate. I said sell. Sell? Sell! Yes, sir.
Sell J.D.'s Yaki oil. Yeah, all of it.
Harry, J.D.'s dumping his Yaki.
Thanks, honey.
J.D.'s selling Yaki.
Selling? Selling Yaki? Down to 99? Sell!
Sell my Yaki.
Sell 1,000 Yaki. Sell 500 Yaki. Sell 800 Yaki. Sell 1,000 Yaki. Sell 600 Yaki. Sell 800 Yaki. Sell Yaki. Sell Yaki. Sell Yaki. Sell Yaki.
I'm sorry, I can't wait.
But I got to see it.
I have no idea what started it. There's no rhyme or reason for such a break. No, I'm not selling. Miss Long, no more calls. What's it now, George?
62. I knew something like this was going to happen. I just knew it. If this keeps up, we're going to be in serious trouble.
I can't understand it. If I only knew what started it.
Mr. Willows, I just finished checking. The first sell order came from J.D. Sutton, 20,000 shares.
J.D. Sutton, are you sure?
Yes, Mr. Willows.
Why should he be selling?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
And yucky oil wet. Hello, Mark, my boy.
J.D., why did you sell your yaki oil?
Would you really like to know?
I certainly would.
Well, you see, my boy, it's this way. Once a week, I get my hair trimmed. And seated in chair number 2 in the barber shop.
I'm sorry, Mr. Willows isn't available.
Willows, I simply have to. Sorry, I can't see you today.
No, he's in
Miss Long, I want to talk with you. Benny, take the board.
Yes, sir.
Miss Long, what did you tell the barber when you canceled my appointment?
Just that you weren't coming down.
Did you by any chance tell him that I was bearish?
Well, yes, I think I did. But you were awfully cross.
Is that all the word bearish means to you?
Well, should it mean something else?
Miss Long, in the language of Wall Street, bearish means silly.
It does?
And because you told the barber that I was bearish, this firm stands to lose a fortune.
Oh, because of one silly, tiny little word.
But it's not a silly, tiny little word. It's a stupendous word. It's possibly the most important word in the dictionary, and the most dangerous. It's cataclysmic. It can bring on wars, famine.
You needn't shout so, Mr. Willows.
I'm not shouting. Oh, what's the use? It was J.D., all right. What is it now?
Stop 2 points.
2 points. Wait till I look at the chart.
Mr. Willows? I just had an idea.
You really?
If selling means bearish, what does buying mean?
It's got to 58. 58? 58?
Well, don't you want to tell me?
Miss Long, if you don't mind.
Well, it's not a secret, is it? What does buying mean?
Tell her, Mark, and throw her out.
Yes, tell me.
Buying means bullish. Selling means bearish. Bears sell, bulls buy.
Oh. If you've all lost so much money being bears, why don't you change to bulls?
That'll do, Miss Long.
I'm only trying to be helpful.
We've had quite enough of your help. It's practically ruined us. Now get your hat and coat and go home. You're fired.
Oh, but Mr.
We do not require your services any longer. You're fired. Why I ever hired that girl in the first place, I never... Oh, we've been idiots. This all started with J.D.'s selling order. What we've got to do is buy. Keep buying.
But, Mark, that's only good money after bad. It's too late to stem the tide.
Edwards, buy 20,000 shares of Yaki oil from my personal account.
I think you're wrong, Mark.
Make it 30,000.
Well, buy 10,000 shares for me.
10,000 for me. Buy me 2,000.
Yeah. What? Buy 30,000 Yaki. Look at this. Another 5,000 is 64. Up 5 points in the last 10 sales. I'll call Steve.
Buy Yaki. Buy 10,000.
Buy 300 Yaki.
Buy 1,000 Yaki. Buy 500 Yaki.
Buy 500 Yaki. Buy 1,000 Yaki. Buy 300 Yaki.
Buy Yaki. Buy Yaki.
Well, Armstrong just called. The government candidate won by the biggest majority in history.
Buy 20,000 shares of Yaki oil.
But it's 103 again. That's just what you sold it for.
I said buy.
Buy? Buy. Yes, sir.
What'd you say?
I said I'm only trying to be helpful, Mr. Willows. We've had enough of your help, he roared. You're fired.
Then what happened?
I was fired. All because of one silly little word that he said was cataclysmic.
Cataclysmic, huh? Well, honey, you should have been more careful. Do you think this stuff is mixed enough?
What are you making?
Tell you better when it's finished.
Well, let us know when you find out.
Right.
What do you two kids do now? I guess it's back to the chorus for me.
Oh, no, you don't. Now that you're fired, we're getting on with the marriages per schedule. First thing in the a.m.
How we live, Randy. On love, my chickadees.
Never mind. That's my worry. We'll get by.
Even if you have to go to work?
Please, Kitty, my nerves.
Oh, Randy, don't do that. You'll ruin your clothes. Wait a minute. I'll get you Petunia's apron. Oh, when Petunia sees that mess, she's going to demand her last month's salary.
You'll find Miss Long's apartment to your left.
Thank you.
Come in.
Good evening, Miss Long.
Mr. Willows?
I came to apologize for my very discourteous behavior today.
Oh, you did?
I was unforgivably rude. I brought some flowers for your invalid sister and,
Thanks.
How is she?
Oh, she's bearing up beautifully.
Good, good. I get terribly excited whenever the stock market acts up. I hope you'll overlook it in the future.
Future?
Yes, I want you to come back to work. That's what I came to tell you.
Oh. You want me to come back to work? Oh, I'm so glad, Mr. Willows. Thank you very much.
Well, that's quite all right.
Oh, I'll be there bright and early in the morning. I'll be there at 9 o'clock.
Fine.
I'll be there before 9 o'clock. Thanks again, Mr. Willows.
Well, that's quite all right. Good evening.
Good night, Mr. Willows. Oh, hello there. Sister dear. You know you're not supposed to walk, yet you'll fall. I know you'll fall. Oh, you poor thing, I knew this would happen.
Oh.
Speak to me. Are you all right? I'm fine.
Let me help. Now, don't be frightened.
This is Mr. Willows, dear. He just gave me back my job. This is my sister, Lola.
Your sister's told me all about you, and I can't tell you how sorry I am. You see, Just what's your trouble?
It's a muscular condition.
Oh.
It's my nervous system. A nervous muscular condition caused by a fracture. A compound fracture. An automobile accident.
Too bad. Did you sue for damages?
I never thought of that.
Well, it seems to me...
The driver who ran into us didn't have a cent. Petunia, our cook. She's got quite a temper. Be quiet, Petunia.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. You know the doctor told you not to try to walk yet. I'll get you that wheelchair tomorrow.
Oh, I think that's the wrong psychology. I mean, discouraging your sister from walking.
Well, you just saw her fall.
Oh, that's all right. Even if she falls a dozen times, it's still better than not trying to walk at all. You see, it's all up here. You've got to overcome the mental hazard. You must abolish all sense of fear. Keep saying, I can do it. I can do it. I will do it. I'll demonstrate what I mean.
Oh, Mr. Willows, we wouldn't think of bothering you.
Oh, that's no trouble at all. I'm glad to do it. First, you plant your feet firmly on the floor. That's it. Then walk over to me. You're strong, you know. You're very strong. You can walk this far if you try. Now, come on, Lola. Come on. Come on. Come on, Lola.
Go on, dear, try. I don't want to hurt myself.
Oh, you mustn't be afraid. You can do it. Now, plant your feet firmly on the floor. Oh, not like that. Ah, that's better. Now, you take the first step firmly, like this. Remember, small but firm steps, and keep saying to yourself, I can do it, I will do it, I must do it. Now, come on. There. See, isn't that fine? Now, try the next foot. Oh, no, you mustn't try to take a big step. No, not like that.
I'm just trying to get my balance. Go ahead, try again, dear.
Yes, come on, Lola. Come on. Tiny little steps. Come on. Now, practice this every night, half an hour before going to bed. Come on, Lola. Come on. Think nothing about falling. Oh.
Sister. Petunia.
Put the dog down, man.
What are you playing? Are you Miss Catherine Long?
Yes.
Well, these are for you.
Oh, there must be some mistake.
You mean you ain't Miss Catherine Long?
Oh, of course I am. Yes, I'm Miss Long.
Well, I was told to deliver these to you in person.
Oh.
May I?
Thanks.
Oh, never mind, I'll sign for them. I always do.
I'll take them. I wonder what's in them. We'll open them up. Well, For Catherine, a smart little kitten. Gordon Miller.
Did you say Gordon Miller?
Mm-hmm. Now, if it was me, I'd open the big one first.
Gratefully, Lester Holt. Isn't it beautiful?
Doesn't it smell as if something were burning in your kitchen?
Oh, Petunia's cooking always smells like that.
Oh, it's nothing.
But suppose it were really burning, your sister.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'd be the first one out. Mink. Many minks.
To the very best operator on Wall Street, thanks and best wishes, George Elliott Wharton. Of Bradford Willows and Wharton?
Miss Long, I should have told you. That little mix-up at the office today didn't turn out as disastrously as I feared it might.
You mean about my telling the Bobby you were bearish?
Yes. You see, in trying to stem the tide, Mr. Wharton, the other directors, and I bought heavily when the market was down.
Well, you all changed to bulls.
Yes, we all changed to bulls. And naturally, when the stock went up, we...
Made a lot of money.
Yes.
Ah, I see.
How much did you boys mop up?
It was substantial.
How nice.
Well, it was certainly sweet of Mr. Wharton and the other directors to show their gratitude to you, Catherine.
Yes, and very generous of Mr. Willows to give me back my job.
Oh, I call that being big.
No, really, it was nothing at all. I hate to seem presumptuous, but I'm really sure there's something burning in your kitchen.
Oh, no.
Well, something may have happened to Petunia. For both your sakes, I insist upon investigating.
Oh, no, everything's all right.
Petunia?
Get out of the kitchen!
Are you all right?
Ah, get out of there! I can't have people running in out of my kitchen! I cook's private!
Think of something. Do something.
Get out of this kitchen! Get out of here, I'll bust your head!
She has quite a temper, hasn't she?
Yes, but we're used to it. We wouldn't trade her for $5 million.
Look, I walked all the way over to your hat.
Splendid. Splendid. Now, don't forget to practice half an hour every evening.
I won't.
She means she won't forget to practice.
Oh. Well, I must be going.
Oh, must you go, Mr. Willows? Good night, and thanks again for my job and everything.
That's quite all right, Miss Long. Good night. Good night, Miss Long.
Tiny little steps.
Lovely. Seems a shame to send it back.
Send it back? Oh, now, Gloria, you shouldn't joke about me.
I'm not joking. All these things go back. It's an investment.
An investment?
Mm-hmm. Letter of recommendation is much more important than all these.
Nothing is more important than mink, and you're right up to here in it.
I know, but... Randy! Randy!
Got your job back, Miss Long.
So am I, Benny.
You know, working here with you sort of does something to me.
Does it?
Yeah. I don't know. It sort of inspires me. Makes me feel like I want to do big things and go places and be a big shot. I've never been inspired by a girl before.
Benny, are you making love to me?
Heck, no. I got a lot of things to do before I go through that routine. I got to make my mark. Uh-oh, here comes Laughing Boy.
Good morning. Bradford Willows and Wharton? No, he's not in. Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right. Nothing at all. Good morning, Miss Long.
Good morning, Mr. Wharton.
Mind if I pluck one of these?
Oh, please do. They're lovely. Thank you for sending them.
Tut, tut, my child. We want to make you happy here. If there's anything you want, just ask for it.
Thank
Good morning, my lad.
Morning. Did that old Wallace send those to you?
Mm-hmm. And a mink coat.
Mink? Say, I'm not the only one around here you're doing things to. Here comes Baby Dumpling.
Long, Mr. Willows wants to see you right away.
Thank you.
What's the board, Benjamin?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you do me a great favor?
Sure, Miss Wingate.
Don't let Miss Long know I asked you, but I'd like to know the name of the perfume she uses.
Q for passion.
Oh, Benjamin! Oh!
Come in. Please.
Thank you.
I sent for you. How's your sister this morning?
Oh, she's fine, thanks.
Ah. Did she practice walking half an hour before going to bed?
She practically danced all night.
Oh, she mustn't. That's dangerous. You must warn her not to overdo. Just tell her to take it easy. She'll be walking good as new in no time.
I'm not the least bit worried about her, Mr. Willows.
That's the spirit. You know, you're rather a remarkable girl.
Am I, Mr. Willows?
Definitely.
I'm so glad you think so. It's very important to me.
Well, what I really wanted to see you about is this. I should have thought of it last night. It was stupid of me not to, but... Well, here it is. Go ahead, open it.
Well, what is it?
A baby bond.
Oh.
Its present value is $750, but in 10 years at maturity, it'll be worth $1,000.
That's wonderful, but
It's in recognition of your service to us. Sort of bonus.
I can't accept it, really.
Why not?
Oh, no, I couldn't think of it.
But you accepted the gifts of the other directors.
Oh, there you are. Excuse me, Mark. Miss Long, you shouldn't have sent this coat back. I want you to have it.
Sorry, Mr. Wharton. All I want when I leave here is a letter of recommendation from Mr. Willows.
What's this talk about leaving? Consider yourself a fixture here. When our regular operator returns, we'll find another spot for you, won't we, Mark?
Yes, of course.
There. That's settled. Now you can take the coat.
No, I'm sorry. I can't.
You can't?
No, I can't.
Oh, scruples, eh? Well, we'll have to make it up to you some other way. Eh, Mark? As for this coat, I think I know somebody who will want it. An old aunt in Cincinnati.
I can understand you refusing that coat, and I'm glad you did. But a government bond is quite impersonal.
You look so much better without your glasses.
I do.
Oh, very much. Must you wear them?
Yes, of course. I have hypermetropia.
Oh, hypermetropia.
That's a condition where the focus falls behind the retina.
Oh, well, did you ever try eye exercises? They cured me. I used to wear glasses.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see just as well without them?
Well, better.
But that's astonishing.
No, not at all. The muscles of the eye respond to exercise just like any other muscle.
Well, naturally.
Would you like me to show you one?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, they're very simple. Did you ever write with your nose?
What?
Look, close your eyes, and you pretend your nose is a pencil. And then you write with it, like this. A, B, C. Try it. Oh, go ahead.
What do you suggest I write?
Oh, anything. Yaki oil.
Well, I'll try. Capital Y. A. Q. U. I. Dot the I. O. I. L. Dot the I.
See?
I beg your pardon.
What in thunder are you two doing?
Miss Long was just giving me some eye exercises. That'll do. Thank you very much, Miss Long.
You're quite welcome, Mr. Willows. Call on me anytime.
I think I misspelled Yaki.
I've got it. Now I remember where I met you. It was at a nightclub, dancing. I spilled champagne on you.
Mm-mm.
Beer. No?
No.
Oh. Well, it'll come to me.
Yes, Mr. Willows?
Miss Long. I'd like to know more about those eye exercises. And I was wondering if you're free this evening.
Mm-hmm.
You are? Well, that's just fine, because it just happens that I'm free tonight, too. And, well, if you don't mind, I thought we might have dinner together and go into this eye thing more thoroughly.
Of course, Mr. Willows. I know several exercises. All right. 7:30.
Oh. Okay. Exclamation mark.
How did Mr. Willows and his guests enjoy the dinner?
Mr. Willows said fine.
The idea. Now, how many spoons do you see?
One.
Oh, here, let me show you. You raise the spoons like this. And you bring one towards you slowly, and you should be...
Horn rim?
What?
You wore horn rimmed glasses?
Yes.
Oh, fine.
You should be watching the spoons. Here, you try. Now bring one spoon towards you slowly until it gets to a position where each eye focuses separately and you see two images.
Now I see two.
Oh, don't put them on. Try to see without them.
All right, I will. You know, I used to have excellent sight when I was young. I mean, when I was a boy, but I'm afraid I became too absorbed in study of mathematics. Figures.
I was pretty good at numbers myself.
You were? Oh, fine. Everything man does stems from his knowledge of mathematics. The navigation and designing of ships, the surveying of land and sea, everything. It's terribly exciting.
You're right. Numbers and figures are the basis of everything. Take women's clothes, for instance. I wear 4.5 shoe, 8.5 stocking, 6 1/4 glove. Oh, you mustn't stare like that. It's very tiring to your eyes. When you look at anything, shift your glance from top to bottom, from side to side, and around and around. Never let your eyes stay fixed on anything for more than a moment or two. Then blink, relax. Blink, relax. It's an excellent exercise.
Excellent.
Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Randy. Well, Miss Long, may I present Mr. Randolph Bradford. Randy, this is Miss Catherine Long.
How do you do, Miss Long? Well.
My niece from Boston.
Oh, your niece from Boston. Why, you never told me you had such a charming niece. But are you sure it's Boston? Looks more like Philadelphia.
No, Boston.
Have you been in town long?
No.
Well, what do you think of our little village?
Oh, it's cute.
Oh, you sly dog. Why do you keep this lovely creature's existence a secret?
I beg your pardon, Mr. Willows. You wanted on the telephone.
What? Will you excuse me, Catherine? I'll be right back.
Go right ahead, Mark, old boy. That chiseler.
How'd you know we were here?
I called Kitty, and she said you were out with him. And there are only 3 places Mark Willis would take a girl. The aquarium, Grant's tomb, and this old lady's home. What's the idea of going out with this guy?
Well, I have to be nice to him.
Not this nice. Look, honey, we don't have to go on with this thing any longer. You're in, solid. You've got Willows and the whole board of directors practically eating out of your hands, sending you presents.
I don't know. Let's not spoil everything by rushing matters. Maybe in a month or 2.
A month or 2? I'm going out of my mind waiting for you. I don't know what to do with myself nights. I'm beginning to hear strange voices, feel people who aren't there tapping me on the shoulder.
Thank you. Hello?
Mr. Willows?
This is Mr. Willows.
Telegram for you.
Well, read it to me, please.
Mr. Willows, my oh my, you're a playboy on the sly, holding hands and making eyes. Where'd you learn that exercise? Ha ha ha. Willows is a Romeo. Silly man acting coy, trying to be a glamour boy.
Who is this?
Signed, Randy.
Wait till you see the face of that Wall Street genius when he gets back from the telephone.
You didn't have anything to do with that telephone call, did you?
Who, me?
Randy.
Here he comes. I had no idea that Boston could be so interesting. Tell me more.
I'm terribly sorry, but we'll have to forget about this here.
Is anything wrong?
Oh, no.
That's not how you look. Something must have happened.
Well, nothing I wasn't expecting. World conditions being what they are.
Is it serious?
Well, not serious enough to make you frown. I'll get the check. We'd better get out of here in a hurry. Check, please.
What's the hurry? Wall Street on fire?
Oh, it's not as serious as all that. I hope.
You hope?
I'm sorry to break up the evening like this, but I really must see this through.
See what through?
Almost every firm in Wall Street has felt it. I was sure Bradford, Willows, and Wharton would feel it sooner or later, but everything will turn out all right. I hope.
What'll turn out all right? What are you talking about? Look, if it concerns the firm, I have a right to know. My father built that firm.
I wish your father were here. He'd be so useful in an international crisis like this.
International crisis? Look, Mark, forget I'm a playboy. That stuff's okay when everything's hunky-dory, but if this is serious, I want to help if I can.
Mr. Bradford looks like a very capable young man. I think you should let him help you with your problems.
Sure, Mark. I'm no kid. Come on, tell me the truth. I can take it.
Tell him I've never seen anyone so anxious to cooperate.
You're right, my dear. Randy, I want you to go to the office and hold down the fort. I'm expecting a very important call on my private wire from our fiscal agents in Buenos Aires. Take down every word. You asked for it. Now you've got it. I'm sure you'll take it like a man. And I'm much impressed with your effort to cooperate.
So am I, Mr. Bradford. I think it's grand.
I really should do this job myself, but I've got to round up Wharton and the other members of the board. Then I'll join you at the office.
Where'd they be?
Oh, round the various clubs.
Oh, that's a cinch for me. I know every doorman and head waiter in town.
No, I mean the Bankers Club, the Harvard Club, and most important of all, the Pan American Club.
Oh, well, that's different.
Here are the keys to the office.
I'll grab a cab and get right down there.
The subway would be quicker.
Subway?
Yes, Mr. Bradford. We have one in Boston, too.
Where is it? Oh, okay, I'll find it. Oh, listen, Mark. If you get a telephone call, forget it.
What do you mean?
Oh, I had it fixed to play a little trick on you.
Oh, you and your practical jokes. You know, Randy, someday you'll try one on the wrong person. It'll boomerang.
Not on me. I'll be at the office.
Would you like some ice cream?
Say, you're all right.
Well, thanks, but I don't know what you mean.
You forget, dear uncle. I'm your niece from Boston.
Here we are, folks. Get your round-trip ticket to heaven and back. Bus leaves for Coney in 2 minutes. Step in and ride away from care and trouble. Step out at Joyland, Manhattan's Merry Mecca, Coney Island. Here they come, folks. Life's happiness twins. That's the girl. Laugh and the world laughs with you. Snore and you sleep alone. How about it, Sir Galahad? Take her to Coney. Paradise with a hot dog.
I haven't been to Coney in years.
Neither have I.
It might be fun.
Would you like to go?
If you would.
Well, I'd like to, if you're sure you'd like to.
May I make a suggestion? Just get in the bus and go.
Do you think we should with the South American situation as it is?
I think so. We can depend on Randy to hold down the fort.
Fine. Now a nice big smile. Hold it. What's the little birdie? Boop. Splendid. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go ahead, South America. Wait till I get it. Oh, it's you. Well, what luck are you having? No, it's lonesome, that's all. I've been here over an hour and I haven't heard a sound. There's nobody here but me and my shadow. Say, you're doing everything you can at your end, aren't you?
Certainly. I'll find these board members if it takes me all night. Well, I've looked everywhere. You should see where I am now. I'll tell you when I see you. Just make yourself comfortable.
Comfortable? Okay. No, I'll stay. I said I'd do it, and I will. Well, say, you haven't got a cigarette, have you?
Is he still holding down the fort?
Like a little major.
Here we are, folks, the tunnel of glory. Give your heart a break. Drift and dream while you glide over the cool, quiet waters. It's a dime. How about it, mister? And you too, cousin.
Do you like boats?
Yes.
Would you like to take a boat ride?
You mean through the tunnel of... through the tunnel?
Yes, I think it's safe. I mean, those boats look sturdy, and if you like boats, and we're here...
Yes.
2, please.
Oh, baby.
They must be married.
Yeah.
Too bad, huh?
Yeah.
Well, the gentleman wins a cigar, folks. The gentleman wins a cigar.
Come on. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-ling. Why don't you ring? Ring! What good's a phone if it never rings? Any other time I'd be driving you nuts. Hello? Oh, of course I'm still here. Oh, you found Wharton? Well, then you come right down to the office. What? You have to find 5 more.
Now, don't get discouraged, Randy. I appreciate the hardships you're undergoing. But believe me, I'm not letting you down either. I'll round that gang up, and when I do, the day will be saved. And I'll never forget you.
Well, thanks, Mark. Say, isn't there any place around here where a fella can go to get a drink?
Oh, Randy, I wouldn't leave that phone. You know how things happen. That phone's apt to ring any minute.
Well, all right. I'll stay right here.
This is Buenos Aires. I'm calling Bradford, Willows, and Wharton. Ah, it is not you.
Yes, senor.
I hope I do not keep the gentleman awake. It is here 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The weather, it is good, and we are having music.
Never mind the music. What's the message?
The music is good for the soul, very good for the soul. Listen, gentlemen. Poor old Randy, all alone, waiting by el telephone. Don't forget, when you get gay, that's a game that 2 can play. Little brown jug, ha, 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 ha. Little brown jug, ha, 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 ha.
Okay, Uncle. Ha, ha, ha. Give my regards to your niece.
Well, you're home. What you want to do that for?
You're cute. I like you. Now, shh. What did you used to do before you struck oil?
Owned a dairy farm. Was the champion milker of Hickory County.
Oh, isn't it wonderful? So romantic.
Ah, romance. A woman is just like a flower. She must blossom and bloom just like a flower. But she can if she don't let herself go. Come on, baby, be a flower.
I don't want to be a flower.
On.
I want to be a bride and be carried across the threshold. That threshold.
Miss Long,
Yes, Mr. Willow.
will you have dinner again with me sometime?
Maybe sometime.
Soon?
Perhaps.
Tomorrow night?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you have another engagement?
Well, no, I promised my sister that I...
Why, there's your sister.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Long. May I help?
Oh, no, thank you. Hector's very strong, aren't you, Hector?
Like an ox.
And just as smart.
Smarter?
He's an old schoolmate. Been courting her for years.
Well, she looked rather tired. I hope she hasn't been straining herself.
Oh, I'm afraid she has. I'll speak to her.
Well, if you're a little late getting down in the morning, it'll be quite all right.
Oh, I'll be there on time.
I want you to get enough rest.
Oh, I will.
Well, good night, Miss Long.
Good night, Mr. Willows.
I think I'll walk home.
Oh, no, you live so far away and it's so late.
It's not far. It's early.
I can't understand it. First she says yes, then she says no. She will, she won't. Won't even let me hold her hand. Very funny girl. Screwy, I calls it.
He always talks like that. We call him Mumbling Hector.
Well, good night, Miss Long.
Good night, Mr. Willows. Oh, don't forget to practice those eye exercises.
I won't. Let's see. Blink, relax. Blink, relax. And stretch the muscles.
That's right. Good night.
Good night.
I certainly handled that situation all right. I may be an invalid in the feet, but not in the head. That taxicab rattler of mine still doesn't know what hit him. All the way home, I battle him, and then when he finally gives up, I leap plunk into his arms. But the big payoff was when I ditched him at the door. Hey, I seem to be alone in all this. Honey, come out of the fog.
He's awfully nice, Kitty. I didn't think I'd have any fun, and I had a wonderful time. Away from the office, he's swell.
You couldn't by any chance be falling.
No, certainly not. That is, I don't think I am.
Come, give.
Kitty, can a girl be in love with one man and meet another and be in love with him, too?
I can. I can fall in love with half a dozen at a time. Juggle them for months without once letting them fall on their heads. But then I'm a genius. You're not. You're the type that's got to have just one guy for life. Think so? Oh, well, don't let it throw you. Get a good night's sleep, and who knows? Perhaps tomorrow you won't want either one of them. We girls are like that sometimes. Hop in bed. I'll get you a glass of hot milk.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Willows.
Ah, good morning, Miss Long. Good morning, Miss Wingate.
Good morning.
Ah, magnificent day. Wine in the air. Ah, spring.
It's fall, Mr. Willows.
Yes, beautiful fall.
Your appointments for the day.
Fine. Send them in.
All at once?
And shut that thing off.
Yes, Mr. Willows.
Good morning, Uncle. Oh, good morning, Randy. What can I do for you?
You can give me a job.
Well, certainly, my boy. I'm glad. Would you mind repeating that?
You could give me a job. You gave your niece a job.
Now, Randy, I have no time for your peculiar brand of humor. Just tell me what you want.
I'm settling down. I'm done with frivolity. I want to work.
Just what brought on this momentous decision?
Love. Love of work. Love of achievement. Last night, I went to bed a playboy. This morning, I rise an empire builder.
There's something behind all this. What is it?
Nothing, just ambition.
But you know nothing about business.
But I'm bright. I catch on quick.
Do you realize what this will mean? To up every morning at 7. Drudgery, tension all day long.
And sometimes late into the night.
Yes. And then back at the same grind early the next morning. Really, you must give this more serious thought.
You sound as though you don't want me around here. Are you hiding something?
Certainly not.
Well, then, let's get going.
But inasmuch as you're inexperienced, I think it wise if you start in one of our branch offices. Let me see. We have a very fine opening in our office in Venezuela.
Oh, no. I'm staying right here in little old New York, where I can watch you. After all, you're the smartest operator in the street. I can learn a lot from you.
Very well. You can have your father's old office. Miss Wingate, will you go with Mr. Bradford and help him get started?
Thanks, Mark.
But remember, Randy, this is a business office. Strictly business.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Follow me, Mr. Bradford.
To the end of the earth. Ah, good morning. I'm Mr. Bradford of Bradford, Willows, and Morton. You are Miss,
Long.
Oh, yes, Miss Long. I must remember that. That's my office right over there. I'm still following you. Not bad. Should be all right. Make a few changes. Radio there. Portable bar there. You play ping pong? Yep, this should be all right. Uh-oh. Can't work here.
Why not?
Can you keep a secret?
You can trust me.
No pencils. No pencils, no work.
I'll get you some.
Whoa. What's the name of that perfume?
Q for passion.
I have that number for you now, Mr. Wharton.
I don't want to alarm you needlessly, Miss Long, but I'm afraid we're all in for a little trouble. Mr. Bradford in the firm. He's just like his father. Can't resist a pretty face. I ought to know.
Oh, Miss Wingate, did Mr. Bradford really get settled?
Yes, sir.
Does it look as if he's going to stay?
Definitely. He wants some pencils.
Fine, fine.
About these appointments.
No, later, Miss Wingate, later. Well, Randy, how does it feel sitting behind your father's desk, carrying on for him?
Fine, I'm just getting the hang of things.
Good. I want you to feel, Randy, that I'm here to help you in any way I can. You call on me at any time.
Thanks, Mark.
Not at all, not at all. Randy, if you wanted to invest some money, if you wanted to buy some stocks or bonds, I'm sure you'd come to me for advice.
I'm sure I would.
For that reason, I feel you're the logical one to consult for the particular advice and guidance I need.
You mean you want advice and guidance from me?
Yes, Randy.
Well, then, glad to help. What's your problem?
How should one go about... well, I should say, how does one proceed with a courtship?
You want to woo someone?
You have a quaint way of putting things, Randy, but yes, I do want to woo someone.
Well, how far have you gotten with her? I mean, has she encouraged you?
Well, she hasn't discouraged me.
I see.
She's been very gracious and warm.
Yeah, how warm?
Enough to spur me on, to make me feel it's not entirely hopeless. This means a lot to me, Randy.
Well, it means a lot to me, too. I mean, I'm very anxious to help you. Is she nice?
An angel.
Well, it's going to be tough. Angels need special treatment. I'll tell you what to do, Mark. The very next time you see her, insult her.
What?
It's revolutionary, but it works. It's dramatic, different, and anything dramatic and different always gets them.
Oh, you must be out of your mind. I couldn't do that.
You'll have to. She won't like it. She may even sock you. But don't let that worry you. The harder she socks, the more you've impressed her.
You're crazy. You're absolutely mad.
You asked me how to do it, all right? I'm telling you. Now go ahead. You're getting advice from an expert.
But how? How will I insult her? What do I say?
Anything? Something nice and mean? Call her a gold digger. And put your heart in it.
Oh, I couldn't do that. Not to a girl like her.
Oh, sure you can. Now go ahead. Go on. Do it.
Uh-oh. Miss Long, I think you're...
What?
I think you're lovely.
Randy, I have to talk to you right away. Yes, I'll come in. Will you watch the board, please?
Silly.
Randy?
Hi.
Oh.
What do you want to see me about?
Oh, look, Randy, we can't do this to him.
Do what? To who?
Mr. Willows.
What's so awful that we're doing? Merely trying to convince him that you're a wonderful girl and could make any man a wonderful wife.
But listen. No use, Randy. We've got to tell him the truth.
Before or after the letter of recommendation?
Before, right now.
Now, wait a minute, darling. What'll that get you or me? He'll kick us both out, and then what?
I don't know, but I can't go on fooling him any longer. He's much too nice.
Look, darling, you once told me to be sensible about money, and you were right. And what you said to me then holds just as good now. Nothing's changed.
Everything's changed, and your coming to work here makes it worse.
I only did it because I wanted to be near you.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Ogie, come right in. Hello. Randy.
Yeah, Randy, how are you? I brought your pencils.
Miss Long, I have something very important to say to you. Will you please come in?
This is not Miss Long.
Oh, this isn't Miss Long. Well, where is she?
In Mr. Bradford's office.
In Mr. Bradford's office?
Oh, now I know you. Seeing you two together brings it all back to me. The chorus of the Club Caliban. Third girl from the left.
She had the top spot. She's the one that did the Hawaiian. Didn't you, honey?
Yes, but what difference does it make?
It makes a lot of difference. You were great.
Oh, I'll say she was. Gloria Winters, personality girl of the Club Caliban.
Gentlemen and Miss Winters,
I'll get some more pencils.
congratulations. Why didn't you come to me and tell me honestly who she was without forcing her to practice this deception?
It's the other way around. I put him up to it.
I can't believe it. You mean to say everything you told me, everything you've done?
All lies. I'm sorry.
Sorry? For what? You did an excellent job.
Come on, Gloria. We're getting married. You can keep my filthy millions. Do anything you want with them. Eat them. And I hope you get indigestion.
Wait a minute, Randy. You still think I'm a cheap little gold digger, don't you?
I never said that.
But you thought it.
But I never said it.
You did say it. You told Randy over the phone that you didn't want your name mixed up with that kind of girl.
So, you eavesdrop on the phone, too.
I didn't.
You must have.
My job is on the switchboard. You gave it to me.
Because you cried. Because you have an invalid sister.
I haven't got an invalid sister. I only told you that to get the job, so I could impress you.
And you even worked nights at it, too.
You wouldn't be jealous, would you?
Jealous? I'll show you how jealous I am. I'll give you a wedding. I'll make it one of the finest of the season. I'll even do better than that. I'll give the bride away. Best wishes and congratulations.
Boy, what a wedding and what a honeymoon. We'll buy a yacht, and we'll call it Gloria One.
Get some sleep, Gloria. Tomorrow's the biggest day in your life. Your wedding day. Forget about Willows. He doesn't mean a thing to you. The nerve of him bawling you out the way he did. Who does he think he is? You apologized. You said you were sorry. What more does he want? Heaven help the poor girl who gets him. Poor thing. Go to sleep, Gloria. Forget him.
Huh? I swear this place is haunted. Woo.
Tomorrow's your lucky day. She's marrying Randy. Thank your stars you found her out before you got in too deep. She's not the only girl in the world. There's thousands of them. Lots of nice telephone voices, too. Eye exercises. Suppose they did help you. Didn't you help her invalid sister? Invalid sister. Just another one of her lies. Suppose you did want to call her up all week. You only wanted to tell her what you thought of her. Oh, forget her and go back to sleep. You're well rid of her. That's a nice boy.
Why don't you take her to some nice quiet place? This isn't going to be a convention, you know. It's a honeymoon. A mountain lodge. Think of it. Just you two together. And the moon is out, and it's raining. Pitter, patter, pitter, patter. The wind is whispering through the pines, and you're whispering to each other. lovely years before the dawn comes up. Think of it.
Boy, you're killing me.
Ago, but you've had time to think it over.
Often a bride, but this is your first time as a bridesmaid. You're slipping.
Shut up. Hey, wait a minute. Slow down. What's the rush?
Look at her. Isn't she lovely? And you're giving her away to Randy. She'll want to keep your nose at the grindstone, make a man of you. You're not ready for that yet. You haven't had enough fun. Wish you could get out of this, don't you? Not a chance. You're hooked, sucker. You know you'd like to shout it from the housetops. Well, do it. Do it.
Don't go through with it, Gloria. Turn around to him and tell him you love him. He'll find a way to get you out of this. Go on. Tell him. Tell him.
Do something quick. Pull a feint. Anything. Here's your chance.
Tell him now.
I love you.
Me too.
Well, come on.